This is January 18, and I'm going through a few of my colonies to see which ones are alive and which ones need some sugar added to them. I just went into the first one here and they're still alive. It's a really small cluster. Let's see if this one here is alive. Okay, this one here is alive. Let me bring you up there so you can see in there. They're just getting their way up through the newspaper to eat the sugar. So their cluster is just on this side of the hive right now. So that's all I need to see. I can tell they have plenty of sugar. They're not hardly touching it yet. So January 18 and 2 for 2 so far. So I went into winter with 26. I walked around the yard the other day, week and a half ago or so, on a warm day when they were flying, and I was pretty confident that there were 17 colonies that were alive and the others were undetermined. They just weren't active, which is not a very good indicator. I could walk past this colony and assume that it's not active. That doesn't tell you much. So both of these are alive. I'll go through the rest of these and get a total count and check their sugar. Okay, this is where I started with these two colonies, and I've went through these two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm on number 16. And out of 16 so far, I've still got the rest of these to go through. Out of 16 so far, I've had one loss. This one right here. And I turn the lid sideways, so on warm days all these other colonies can get in and out real easy and get that robbed out. Once warm weather gets here, I want all those frames full of honey to be completely empty. I don't want any honey left over in there. So if I open it up like that, it helps them rob it out. So I was going to show you, I think this is number 16. Show you one of these, what I look for when I open them up. The cluster's over here on this corner. So far, when I open them and I can see that they're in there, that's all I need to see. I just close them right back up. And they've got plenty of sugar. And this is one of the wire baskets that I've made to hold the sugar. Instead of laying the newspaper directly on the tops of the frames, I build these baskets and put the newspaper in the basket, and in the spring I can just raise that basket up and it doesn't make any mess. Makes it easy in the springtime. Alright, so that's 15 for 16 so far. January 18th. And I have 26 colonies to go through, so 10 more to go. Okay, this was number 16 that I just showed you. And I was at 15 for 16. And I just checked this one, it's number 17. Still only at one loss. So I was going to show you opening one up before I get to see it. This one hasn't been opened yet. If you have any water on top, make sure you raise it so you don't drip on the bees. And these little bugs running around inside the inner cover is a really good indicator that your colony is still alive. If this was a dead out and we've got these cold conditions, these bugs wouldn't be here. So I have a good feeling about this one. I've only had one loss anyway, so chances are this one's alive as well. You can tell that I haven't broke the propolis yet. This was 17, this is number 18. They look alive to me. So all I really need to see is that the cluster's alive and they've got plenty of sugar. They haven't even started eating their sugar yet. So you don't want to leave them open any longer than you need to. If I'm not recording it for a video, all I do is I peek in, I see they're alive, they got plenty of sugar, and I close it right back up. So this is number 18 with one loss so far. 9 more to go. Okay, I just finished going through all of my colonies on January 18th. And I have 26 colonies. I think I lost one early on and I forgot about that. So I went into winter with 26. And out of 26 colonies on January 18th, I have 25 colonies alive. So I have one loss so far. We've had some really bad thunderstorms right at the end of fall going into winter, and it blew the tops off of 6 or 8 of these colonies. And it was raining real hard when that happened too. So I thought for sure I would lose those at least, and apparently not. So out of 26, I'm at 25. And that one straight behind me with the stick on top of the colony is the one that I lost. And I've already taken its sugar and moved its sugar to another colony that was already consuming its dry sugar. And thankfully there was only one that needed some extra sugar today. So the one loss that I did have is already supplementing the others. So far so good for January 18th. I'm down to 25 colonies.